Probably go on the chart. Crazy few days on, and today we didn't do. We're gonna do it. Some of that trade that we took already, it's some crazy moves already. But analysis that we might be taking over in this video, might as well take a call. But yeah, I'm just gonna go quickly. EURUSD, maybe Bitcoin. No, I'm not gonna touch Bitcoin because it's not with the flow. Probably EURUSD, gold, and that's what I'm going to be focused on this week. Already take advantage of it. So with gold and how we manage to stay patient with the trade overall. If you can see that gold is very beautiful. Like the price action is super. Today we catch about 300 pips on gold, and obviously we heard this shared on our trading view. So if you're not following, you can follow me there as well, where I'll be actually putting a lot of my trade. You can see here that gold is this. Last night we posted this when the market was literally around here. So yeah, and if you compare that to what's happening right now, price is going crazy, and which is good to see. I'm seeing some clean setups coming on gold though, honestly. But we're gonna start with these markets here. Just we're gonna start with the daily time frame. So last night, oh, gold is looking so good. Gold is looking good. Yo, chat, if you guys are not trading gold right now, or you don't know how to trade gold, just go watch these videos on my YouTube channel. It's on my profile, so you can just go subscribe to YouTube where I'm actually making a video there, which is based on my next trade idea. But this is crazy, man. Like so far, we about 3% and 1% on life. But last night, what I was seeing on gold that we this daily candle, obviously on Friday we had a nice pullback, and I was saying on gold here, if you pay attention to these candles here, the previous candle is always staying above the previous candle, so which gave me clear indication. And overall with gold price action right now, honestly, you just need to be good at the market, understand psychological levels, and know when to get in the trade. Obviously most of the time gold is moving heavily around Asia, and London it always do a pullback, and then closer to New York we have that continuation. But last night we wanted to see candles like this anyways. As you can see here, if you compare this candle and this candle and this candle, obviously price is now staying above the previous Friday candle. So technically gold is ready for that bullish fucking move again, bro. But with that being said, on the daily candle wise, we're good. Gold just open here, we might have a little bit pullback again and then continue, because that's the last week low and this is the last week high, and that was my target. Obviously you can see we just spike onto that and price then start to trade below it. But the idea for gold is to go to 4,500, and that's coming very soon. That can happen during Asia. By London, price would go back to this number here. But daily candle is looking gold. So this candle that just opened, I'm just gonna expect that probably staying above close here, and then around Asia 12 to 1 ish I might see an entry. If not, I'll just wait for new sorry, London, and then continue going from there. But gold is looking good daily time frame. There is nothing too much to say here except use the psychological levels, and then try to execute your trade on the lower time frame. So 4 hour time frame, then we can go a bit more with structure, because you can see here this market is clearly just making series of higher highs, and you just need to know what makes higher high value. So in this case here, obviously when gold did this pullback here, we break this high, so that then confirmed to us, okay, yeah, this is higher low now. Then when we make a new higher high here, then price pull back. Can we confirm this as higher high yet? No. Why? Because price didn't break that high yet, so we wait. But the idea for that, that high needs to go anyway. So when you see a pullback, you just need to look for entry, knowing that okay, if price making a new high, we need to go and then take out that high here. So after this pullback, we break and create a new higher high. Where is that higher high? Which is here right now. So price then make a higher low here. We create a new higher high. What happened then? We had a nice pullback. So whenever high is formed, one thing needs to happen. Price needs to pull back. And when that pullback, idea for this now, okay, you see we have a high, a potentially higher low. You can't confirm this yet. Why? Because price did not take out this high. Take a trade from this higher low point that you're thinking is going to higher low, price retesting all these key areas. That's the idea. So when you see price make a high, you wait for a pullback. When a pullback happens, okay, now it's time to look for entry, aiming to take out this new high here. So which is the overall idea now. So when gold did this nice pullback here, as you can see, if it did it here, what happened? We start to see some confirmation candle and rejection here, and then what did price do then? We just continue going if you compare that flow to this here. So that is the same flow that is kind of setting up on gold right now. So just gonna delete these levels for now. So gold, I took this trade from this low here because I know okay, we're in this structure making a higher highs, higher high. So when I see this pullback here, it's just time to look for entry. So I'll look for an opportunity entries on this lower time frame here, on the 1 hour time frame. When we get there, we'll then go deeper into that. But that's the idea. Gold still needs to go and close above this high here. So until then, price can even give us another pullback. We can take more trade and then keep holding gold until we take out this high here. But I'm seeing gold actually going to 4,500 soon. So yeah, that is just a little bit on gold. So it's just gonna be a thing. I'm gonna explain the idea from today's trade and how we were patient with that. Definitely for yes, bro. But yeah, for our time frame, gold is looking good. I'm still gonna be bullish on this market until we hit this number here. So once this break, probably me we're going to 5,000 on gold. But before then, we're just gonna go with this psychological number here. So 1 hour time frame is the same thing. Structure will help you a lot in this market. This price action, that's literally the one thing that you can just take your trade based on. If it's downtrending, you sell. If it's uptrending, you buy. But on the 1 hour time frame, I just quickly just go to confirm my structure one more time. So what I'll do, I'll be like, okay, this is a high. We had a pullback. To confirm this a higher low. Now, obviously, price need to take out this high here. So you can be looking for trade around here and target this high or even hold gold because this market is going higher. So when we take out this high here, this is the first time we create a new high above here. And then what would you expect? When a high is gone, you're gonna see a pullback, and that's the pullback here. So when this pullback happen, you're gonna expect the same thing again. Price needs to go and take out this high to do what? Create a new high. So in this case here, I'm not choosing this as a higher high. Why? Because the candles don't make any sense here for me to call this as higher high. So you can just always expand to the next high level that you can see here. In that case, I'll use this as my higher high level. So from here to here, this all one leg on gold. Obviously, after seeing this pullback, price come all the way back down to where the actually move started from. So it's good. Bro, thank you, man. We're gonna go deep on gold, man. This price is looking so good, bro. But yes, so gold price action on the 1 hour time frame is clean. This move is going aggressive right now. Why? Because price come all the way to where the move actually started from, which is this level. And obviously, if you catch an entry here, you just need to know where to put your stop loss, have a proper risk management behind the trade, and aim for this high or even hold your trade because you're going to be targeting gold here. So since we break 4,000, we're going to 4,200, 250. So now that level is breaking. So technically, we are having a nice leg into this high here. That is what I'm building on gold right now. So today's trade was really good. Last night I took this trade because obviously on Friday, price did dump all the way here, but it was like 6 p.m. There's no more session volume for you to even get into this trade here. So that is why I try to be on the chart as early as I can on Sunday when the market opened. I was just looking for confirmation at that time. So obviously I seen gold had this nice bearish candle deep into the extreme point of the move. Then we start to reject here. Obviously I wanted to see price trade back above this bearish candle so that I can know, okay, there is no more sellers in this market, which is what happens. So after we see price closes back above here, that should tell you now, okay, it's time to actually look for some buys in this market. Why? Because market structure is bullish. Price come all the way to where you want it to come, and it's giving you signs that, okay, we can start to see a reversal happening here. Obviously at this time it was 9. It's too late for you to take any trade and hold that over the weekend, which is not good because the spread will kill you. But on Sunday, when we had this market open here, okay, I was like, okay, price is already back above this bearish candle that I wanted to see. So all I want at that point is for price to pull back, give me rejection and some confirmation here. So which is this formation, as you can see here. We have a nice 3 1 2 3 pin formation here. And on this video here that I shared on trading view, as you can see here, that's the candle that was forming. So I was saying, okay, if this candle closes like this, I mean that trade. And obviously that candle closes here, gold then play around here for a few hours, and then by London we have one more dip. And then what happened after the dip? They're giving you the same formations again, 3 pin formation, because market is trying to form a swing low at this point for us to actually have enough volume for price to then go and take out this high here. So which is the overall idea for gold here. So yeah, that is what happened on gold on 1 hour time frame. From the daily time frame, you can see the idea that we're building here. You just need to focus on one thing, understand the structure. Obviously on the daily time frame you might not see clear level to call them as your higher low, higher low points. Then you need to drop into lower time frame. By trend level zone, please. Yeah, but I'll go to lower look, I will go to M5 and M15 zone as well, but from 1 hour time frame I'll go on there. Yeah, so clearly gold just gave us that push here. This level that I have here gave me more confidence. Why? Because this is the mid level of previous week. So last week candle closes here, which is this blue line here. So price trading above here is only going to be bullish. And the same thing will happen if we have the previous week high here, which is this. If gold start to trade back above here, believe me, we're gonna go. So what I'm paying attention to right now is the key level. You need to understand this key level, because when price spike into this price at the first time, market is saying, okay, price don't want to go above this level yet. That is why we start to see the rejection happening from this candle. So this is the first time we actually hit this number here, 4,379. So in that case, that become my key level. So that's the area I'm paying attention to right now to see gold trade back above. But this trade that I took on the 1 hour time frame, as you can see here, gold is just been bullish, and this trend we just been going with it for a very very long time, bro. Even this trade here, I took this trade based on this key level here. But this trade that I was explaining on the 1 hour time frame, as you can see here, at the time we were counter trending. So for you to confirm, okay, this counter trend is ending, you need to see some form of switch on the trend, you know what I mean? So obviously we had this lower high here, lower high here, low here. So when we had this, the idea for this lower high that is forming here is to then go and do what? Take out this low. But you ask yourself a question, did that happen? Now, so what happened then next? Price then do what? Break out this high here. So indication that the market is trying to switch trend. So seeing all this, switch trend and I was super confident that the first thing that gold come all the way back to this level, and we seeing this sign happening. So there's very high chance we are gonna go from there. So obviously, when I seen this high break for the first time, I was like, okay, this counter trend that we was in is kind of starting to change to bullish trend. And when this high was formed here above this high here, obviously this will be now what ideally will be our higher low point. So we'll have a low, high, potentially higher low. We then confirm it. Once we break this high here, we create a new higher high. So technically you only look for one thing. You don't want to see price trading below this level anymore. So when price come back down here, you can look for this same candle formation that you were seeing on the 1 hour time frame. Look for them on the 15-minute time frame or even 5-minute time frame, because then you can get in the trade early, because the 1 hour time frame gave you the entry all the way here, but on the lower time frame you can catch the entry right here. Or if you've gone for 15-minute confirmation, you would have been in the trade right here, the first trade. So it's always good to like look for the formation and what time frame they're happening, but use the logic from the higher time frame. That will give you more ideas. So yeah, so for gold, this trade, we took this based on the 5-minute time frame, and that is for only one reason. Why? Because price come to exactly where we want it, so it's only good for us to take advantage of it. As you can see here, the same formation is happening. The same formation is happening here. So we take the trade once we see this little bullish candle start to come in. We could have wait a bit more until price actually closes back above this bearish candle, which will be here. But obviously, if you know the areas that you're taking the trade from, the rest just come down to risk management and accepting that. But yeah, that was the first trade I took on gold. And then what happened? Price then come and start to trade below this 200 EMA that I had here, because at the time I only want to see price trade back above here, so I can confirm that okay, we're still more in that bullish trend. But what then happened? Obviously, we didn't take out the high at that point, this high here. So we now starting to form a higher high. We potentially having our higher low point, but we can't confirm that yet until we take out this high. But that's the idea. So price failing to take out this high and then coming back all the way here, you can look for more trade, you know. So yeah, that is where the London market then gave us another entry, and then we took that trade again. So this was the two trade on gold I was holding. And then New York, obviously, when I see price trading back above this 15-minute structure level that we have here, we had that breakout retest, and then 5 minute gave me another confirmation. Obviously, I had this line marked up. I want to see price then trade above any of this bearish candle or this bearish candle here, and then obviously that gave me another entry. um so yeah, that was what happened on gold today. That is literally the trades that I took. Just currently looking for more trade ideas, but you get the idea. Market structure is all you need to actually take the trade. It's got what you said, no charge. Oh my god, this guy just saved me. I was explaining all this thing, the chat wasn't, so what? That's crazy. I'm gonna go through it. It's okay, man. But 1 hour time frame, like we were saying at that minutes here, we'd already explained this here. So when we create this high here and then price then come back all the way to this extreme point here, obviously we want to see one thing. We want to see price then rejecting from this area, so we can say okay, now it's time for us to look for price to push into this high so we can take a trade from here. So the only time we can confirm that this higher low point is for price to take out this high here. So the reason you will take a trade from here is that because you already seen price is making a higher high above this high here. You can't use this as a high. Why? Because the candle don't make any sense. So you can always go from this level to this level. So now when we had this high here, what happened? We had a nice pullback. So you always want to see at least 3 4 candle to confirm a high after a pullback happens. So yeah, so when 1 hour make this high here, obviously price come all the way back down here. Now it's giving me rejection on here, but this rejection are happening around 6 p.m. on Friday, so you don't want to take any trade around this time. So it's always good to wait until the session started. Obviously on Sunday when you come into the market, you'll then start to see some more reason. But with gold here, I was ready for this buy. Why? Because I was like, okay, if price is now coming back all the way to the extreme, and obviously we can see we're taking a lot of liquidity that we was holding below here, and there is no more liquidity except that we're seeing more liquidity building from the upside. But what we seen here on Friday, price have this nice bearish candle dumping into the extreme point of the move. At that minute, I just want to see market trade back above this bearish candle. What that means is that it will tell you that okay, there is no more buyers in this. Sorry, there's no more sellers in this market, so there is very high chance the buyers are might come back into the market to push this price to the direction that it needs to go overall. Because that's the direction we're making a series of higher highs, higher low. But you know, having this confirmation on here gives you a clear idea. So on Sunday, when the market opened, I can see okay, we're already trading back above this level, and that's a good sign. At that minute, I just want to see gold pull back and retest on this level here, or even this exertion area that you can see here, and then give me a confirmation. So you can see here, gold start to form this nice swing formation candles here. You can see one, two, three. They fully make sense, and now it's like okay, they make sense, but it's like what the area that they're happening from make them make even makes much more sense because okay, like at this area, this is the only formation that I'm looking, so you can take the trade. And obviously, seeing this around here, it's time for you to be like, okay, now my buyers are confirmed. So the rest just come down to your risk management. You can put your stop losses below the low or even below this level here. But we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so when we see gold giving us this bullish engulfing candle closing back above all these candles here, I was like, okay, if this candle closes like this, we're bullish and we're going to be entering in that trade on gold and hold it. So that was overnight trade. We hold that trade throughout the Asia session, and London come again. What did price do? We then dump and then come back to the exactly point here. And then what those price do again is giving you the same formations here. The same formation. And you can see whenever gold is making the move, it gives you that formation. You just need to pay attention to like this formation here. You can see this formation just keep happening over and over again. You can go back and you'll see them everywhere gold start to move. And even before a pullback happen, you'll start to see them. You start to see them. You start to see them here. And even here, you can see here. So you get the idea why we take trade based on these formations here. So implement that into your trading. You'll see a lot of difference, trust me. But yeah, this trade was based on the 1 hour time frame, but obviously like my trade are all executed on the 15-minute time frame or 5 minute time frame actually. That's when I actually go into a lot of trade. I took them on the 5 minute time frame. But if you can see on here, gold by the time we get to this level here, it's already confirmed to you that okay, this market is counter trending. So for us to go against this counter trend is very dangerous, especially with gold is being volatile as fuck. So you don't want to do that. You want to see some form of change in the direction. So what we do here, you pay attention to the lower time structure, and you can see here 15 minute was making series of lows, lower highs, lower lows, potentially lower high only if price then go and take out this low here. But the question just come down to the same thing. Did price go and trade back below this level here? No. So instead, what happened? We then do what? We push it higher, giving us nice formation again, and then closing back above here, which is indicating that okay, the direction for this market is ending from this counter trend that we are in to start to go into the overall trend that the market is trying to go anyways, which is the bullish trend that we was in. So seeing this switch happening on Friday around 7ish, I was only waiting for the market to open so I can see price either trading back above this level here, giving me reason to buy. And you can see here, when the market open, we then come back to where this actually move started from. You can see the rejection start to happen there. But at that minute, I was just looking for gold to come back to this level so I can buy though. So that's literally it with gold. So let me check if this guy replies. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, that was the idea on gold. So we take advantage of this 15-minute trade because we understand the higher time frame direction. So it's always good to go from the daily time frame, know what the candles looks like, scale down to 4 hour, understand 4 hour, then use the same logic for our structure, use the same logic on the 1 minute, sorry, 1 hour time frame, then the 1 hour structure on the 15-minute time frame to see change in the give you more um, early entries, because overall you're not just going to be more because you know exactly what market. As long as you calculate your risk properly, you should be good, man. Honestly, give me this entry here. This formation is only happening this level. Why? Because this is going to be a higher high now. So this low and this high will be targeted. So there is very high chance market will not go below this level here after seeing this kind of candle formation. And you can confirm, okay, there's very high chance that we're going to go and take out this high here. So you always think like that. But yeah, so gold gave me that on the 5 minute time frame. I actually take this trade on the 5 minute time frame, and you can see here when the 5 minute time frame come here around one, I was literally sat here that minute. I was seeing this rejection happening, but at that point, I just want to see like a bullish candle. I could have waited more to see price actually trading back above this bearish candle that we have here, so I can have more confirmation. But obviously, like I said, I already know what I'm looking for in this market, and then obviously we took that trade right here, so we have a tight stop loss on gold. We held the trade, and what happened? When we hit the EMA here on the 15-minute time frame, our price was not trying to trade any higher at that time. So I keep holding the trade, but I was thinking, okay, because whenever I'm in a trade on gold during Asia, when London is coming, price always then pull back to the exactly entry point, or even sometimes we take the liquidity below here and then continue going. But I was on the chart at all this time. When we come back down to this level here, because if you think, if price is making a higher high here and this is our higher low, and we come back all the way to where this move started from, and you can see here, okay, if this is going to be a swing low here, price shouldn't go anywhere lower from at this point here. So we always gonna be thinking, okay, if this high is not been taken out yet and price is still basically within this range here, so whenever we come back down here again, you can look for trade because price shouldn't go anywhere below this level or this level at that point. So we can always take more entries and target the high or even hold it, because you already know that idea for this is to go and take out this high here. So that's why I took another trade here when London price then push into here, and you can see the rejection that happened here. Will always reference something on the 5 minute here. You can see here the 5 minute time frame we were counter trending. Yeah, what happened? We see the same formation happening. Execute again. So took another trade after this bullish candle happened here because we have more confirmation. But yeah, those were the trade that I took early on gold, and then obviously when New York started, we can see price then trade back above this key area that we were monitoring from last week. And then what happened? We had a nice retest on there, and then we can continue going from there. These were my trade that I took on gold. So yeah, I think this was chart breakdown I've done in a very long time. God, yeah, chat. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Is the link is literally on my bio. So subscribe, man. I'm trying to hit subscribers, man. This thing has been taking time, bro. But yeah, that was gold. That was gold, man. So currently, what I'm looking for now is one thing. Looking for more buys. So for me to get that, I need to wait by London or throughout Asia to see if price is going to trade back above this key area that we have here. This candle, so because the first time we hit here, price then start to reject. So that's a key area. So I'm just gonna see if price can then start to trade above here throughout this Asia session or London. So we're just gonna put this all the way to Tuesday tomorrow. But yeah, so gold needs to do one thing on the 1 hour time frame. I'm just looking for this trade that I was in to keep pushing higher, closes back above this level here. So for example, something if gold break this level, at least one hour candle or 15-minute candle, I've been monitoring this. But the moment I see trading back above here, I'm looking for buys because this is a previous week high here, so it's a golden number. So there's very high chance whenever gold traded back above here, we went back into 4,500. Yeah, if you can mark this level, monitor it, you'll be good. It doesn't mean price needs to trade above this level right now. You can have this level, price can trade this below this level, bro, like the whole day, tomorrow, or even Wednesday. But the moment you see price trading back above this area, you should just look for buys. That's the overall idea. So yeah, so for that, I'm gonna leave this on the 1 hour time frame like this, and then from here, what I'm going to do here, I'll just go with my 15-minute structure. Now I have a higher high, we now have a new higher high, so potentially this is now going to be our higher low here. So whenever price either come back all the way down here, I know, okay, maybe we have some nice liquidity that's building on there as well. So it's only good. At this point, we just need to see gold give us a little bit pullback or no pullback at all, so we can break back above here. So this level, what I'll do here, I'm going to expand this a little bit more so I can take this here. This is clean. This is more clean on gold. So gold is looking so good, bro. Like I feel like we're going to 4,500. Bro. This money will just move overnight, and you gotta be like, what the fuck? What happened? Um, but yeah, so what I'm looking for right now on gold, honestly, is one thing. So these levels that I'm seeing on, obviously, price is now holding this little 15-minute key area that we're seeing here. That's why we start to see this kind of formation again. Like the moment you start to see the candle formation, you just need to pay attention. It doesn't mean you need to take a trade every candle formation you see here, because we can't confirm this as a higher low point yet. Why? Because price didn't take out any high. So you can wait a bit more. So whenever we see price taking out this high here, we'll be like, okay, this now actually a higher low point. So whenever we take out this high, we might expect a little bit pullback. That will be either above this area, or we can come all the way back to where that move actually started, and then we can continue going from there. If that don't happen, is one thing. We just need to be patient enough to see gold come back all the way back to this other block that we're starting to see here on the 15-minute time frame, and then continue going from there. But what I like to do, I like to pay attention to the key areas like this. Yeah. So now we can see here gold is just gonna do. I'm just gonna put this all the way to London 10 p.m. Sorry, 10 a.m. And then this little area here going to be there like this. So this market is gonna be killing this tomorrow, bro. Bro, there's very high chance gold will not even come here. This little thing that you're seeing here, price will just start to hold this, break back above here, spike this level, and then go, which is literally what we're going to see here. So to even be more specific, we can use this key area here. Now we have this market in a range, because at this point gold can do one thing. If we making a higher high above here, and this is only higher high, because bro, the lower time frame are giving you more structures anyways, because we switch from this bearish to bullish, we create a new high, we have a higher low, then create a new higher high, then make a new higher low. This higher high was break from this move here. So this move from here to here is all one move. So, or you can either use this or this. So from here to here is one move. Then we create a new higher high above here, which is this. And then what happened? Price then do a higher low here. We only confirm this as higher low. Why? Because price is trading back above this key area. And secondly, we also break in the actually new high that we make on the 15-minute time frame. So this here, I can't use this as a higher high. If I want to, I could, but I don't like how the candles forming. But we have a nice little bit range in here, and then price then have a breakout. That's why you're seeing a retest basically on here, because we have a consolidation. We had a breakout retest, but I'd rather use this whole thing as one leg. So from here to here is just one leg. So if gold then come all the way back to this key area here, I'll look for more trade. If not, I'll just start to see what price goes around these key areas here. But my entries will be either from here or wait for price to trade above this area here, which is this new high we have here. We need to trade above here. This move, this pullback that happened, if then that just continue going and take out this high here, price would then retest above that high, then we can buy from there. So that's the idea that I'm gonna look for on gold. As you can see, this market is just doing the same, bro. Like, bro, are you seeing that trend?
Well, maybe I pay attention right now.
Nah, honestly though, like, cause we got, bro, this gold trade that you're seeing here, we were monitoring this trade literally from here, like we were killing gold from this daily time frame right here. So price is only going higher, bro. At this point, it's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
It's crazy. You can't even predict what's going to happen. All you can do is use psychological levels as your next target on gold. We're going from 3,000 to 4,000. So technically, 4,000 to 5,000 is what will happen. But obviously, you need to break this psychological level into small numbers. So from 4,000 to 4,250, and now you can see here we're having a nice daily candle 4,250. So we take 4,500, bro. That's gold,
Yeah, and it's gonna happen.
happen. Like you wake up tomorrow, price is doing some craziness. But yeah, man, at this point right now, it's just come down to being patient, for the market to actually give us exactly what we want so we can execute from there. There's nothing really much to do on gold here. As this, you rush to take a trade on gold, you by the time the market start to move, you're already in a deep drawdown. They take advantage of the moves anymore. So patient. So what we're gonna do, we'll wait on if we see price above here or closer to New York or London, then we can go from there. But until then, this is going to be me for gold, and this is gonna be interesting. You know what happened on US 30?
Hmm.
I end up taking this nice trade on US 30, bro.
Today.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, these markets are just going higher, bro. With US 30 though, like it's crazy. Price is just going from level, bro, level by level. 30, obviously gap here. When we was on the phone with Lamin,
Yeah.
we start to see market switch that direction. So we had a nice counter trend. You need structure to be able to know, and otherwise it's so messy to read this. You can't understand. You understand market structure. Only help you if you frame, like the higher time everything. And I'm not seeing this candle 3 US that is about to go. We're gonna 7,000 very soon. But again, like these trades here are only having more confluence because we understand that daily structure, you know what I mean? So always try to understand the structure yourself a lot, because as you can see here on the daily time frame, we're just making higher highs here, we're making a higher highs here, we're making a higher highs here. So technically we have this high here, and now this is a higher low. So after seeing days of US 30 dumping here, this candle is ugly as fuck. And that was the day Trump was trying to put that on 100% tariff on China or something like that. So that gave us a nice pullback. So overall, we're staying above the 200 EMA and we're staying above structure. So really good. US 30, I took this trade like late in the session, got like 1 to 3 on this trade as well. Because obviously, like I was saying, during New York, we wanted to see price to come here. That don't happen.
Yeah.
We then see price way, then trade back above this area. I came into the chart. I'm looking, paying attention to the same candle formations, but after seeing this and price then have a nice pullback here, what do we see? We're seeing the same formations forming. Yeah, and then we have a bullish engulfing candle right here, and then
That's why
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So that was that for US 30. So for tomorrow, US 30, um, I think I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to do analysis on this chart when it's close to time. But seeing US 30 trade back above this golden number here, we might not go lower because that is the previous month high. So we technically is just going to try to go and actually go all the way back up here. So yeah, man. US 30 is looking good. The candles are ugly, but market structure is still clean. So your advantage. So with US 30, we're just gonna go live on that here. So tomorrow, closer to London or New York, we can take advantage of here. But I'm seeing a nice key area that price is actually trading back above. Bro, key areas, try to look back and understand why market is reacting to this level that is doing here. Because you can see this is the first time we hit this high here. So anything after is just a reaction based on this high here, you know what I mean? So we just reacted here, reacted here, and currently we can see we react here. So whenever price is above this area, you use for one thing, buy. When it's below it, if you want to sell, you sell, but I wouldn't recommend any sell in this market right now because we are uptrending. You know what I mean? You don't let these dips make you feel like you miss out your next trade. You don't, man. Like these are just corrections. There's very high a chance if you had tried to take a sell here. What if the market just decide to be like, okay, I'm just gonna continue buying from there? So that sell is not valid anymore. You know what I mean? So it's always good to actually wait for yeah. Like, how do you manage your portfolio during market crash? Bro, like risk management. Risk management is the only thing you can manage your portfolio. There's nothing else that can actually help you in this market if it's not risk management. So risk management, understand how much you risk in every trade. Because obviously, yes, the markets are crashing, but I feel like there's a lot of fears that is building in investor side, I think. But that happen every year, like the market will build a lot of fear, and then by end of the year we'll just have a nice boom to the upside. So it's always good. Bro, I'll go to Bitcoin as well, because Bitcoin is doing crazy, bro. Bitcoin is really good. But yeah, USDT, I feel like is good. We might start to see this market actually trade from here to 47,000. So yeah, you can see psychological numbers, bro. Use them, bro. If you don't know how to use psychological numbers, I don't know, probably leave some comments on one of my videos, then I can do a nice chart breakdown to see how I can say how you can use this psychological number. Because, bro, in the market condition like this, nothing will help you if it's not a psychological level. So we're going from 46,000, so technically we're running into 47,000. So you just need to be good with your entries and then take action and just, kill the charts, bro. Patient and execute. But yeah, USDT trading back above here. I want to see this market closer to you around 8-ish or 1-ish. So yeah, we're not gonna do too much with USD. This trade took me out my first attempt, so there is nothing really much that I need to do. I just need to understand the dollar side of thing more, and then we can continue going for the euro. But I still I'm super bullish on euro USD though, honestly, because at the last trade I took on here, that was this that took us out, and this trade as well, we took it from the extreme point, and obviously price is doing some dumb pullback more. But that's okay. The dollar is super bearish, so we're just gonna have to wait to see what we can see on DXY here, and you can see on the chart, DXY is bearish. Going from all the way to this supply point that we had here, and we can see some change in the trend. So I don't want to see market trading back above this green zone that I've highlighted here, which is this key area here, because it's market structure, bro. This is the higher high here. So obviously at the time we was looking using this as higher low. We had this fake out, price then trade back below it. What happened after? We then just continue going. So the same thing is happening here. We have this fake out, now price is trading back below it. So what you see here, we might have that continuation. So as long as the dollar is looking bearish, EURUSD will be bullish. So we just need to wait for price action to build up, and we can go from there. But you can see here the same logic. The euro USD is actually still holding the main structure, which is this, that causes this high to be breached here and then form this new higher high here. So yeah, we did trade it below it for a few days, but obviously now price is trading back above it, which is good, and that's all we wanted to see anyway. So there's very high a chance once we start go from there. But obviously, it was too early and I'm on a little bit formal on this. But you can see all my trade has been staying the same. So EURUSD, nothing really much to go on the chart, but yeah, we're gonna wait for more and actually Bitcoin for the king. Actually been trading a lot here, so this is Bitcoin chart currently. You can see here. Let me see that trade. Did I take? I didn't end up taking that trade. So okay, you can see Bitcoin. This is the craziest trade that I caught again after these trades here. Some of these trades I've closed the trades around here. You can see this trade took me out. This trade took me out. But the trend stays the same, bro. Like this trade alone was 8R, and which is really good. And all this trade here was like a minor risk behind them. But where Bitcoin chart is currently coming from, ooh, is so good. It's so good. Bitcoin is looking super bullish. One of my YouTube videos, I was analyzing Bitcoin charts here, and then after that, we had this massive push. If you can see this reaction that's happening on Bitcoin right now, you need to where is this happening? Look, because obviously, if you then now understand that question and you go back and understand what market, you can do the same thing. When we were having this counter trend here, into the trend, do you use stop loss or take profit? Brother, where are you stop loss? I target key areas, but mainly I try to go for like 1 to 3 so I can close some trade early. But um, it's the key areas that I use mainly for my structure, and then obviously psychological level as well for. But like I said, once you understand market structure, your take profit is technically the high, the high. So you're good. So Bitcoin, we're now switching from this counter trend that we had, and then what did price do? We create a new higher high. So the first high that we had here after this counter trend is here. And then what happened? We had a nice pullback here. We can only compound this as a higher low point if price do what? Take out this high. And did that happen? Yes. So technically all this drop that you're seeing here and here, they're just reaction based from this key area that we had here. So this drop, we even Bitcoin come down here again. We might drop again, but the idea for Bitcoin right now is that price shouldn't be trading below this level. So as long as we're in this here, we're just in a massive range. But the way the candles are starting to form from here, just expect that Bitcoin is to go and take out the high. And that is literally the daily time frame is looking so good. And I'm seeing um this candle like this, I should well, we already take a trade from this candle. This candle is closing in 34 minutes, and the way these candles are closing, this is the first time we actually seen a bullish candle closing above bearish candle. So Bitcoin is building up for something big. I think the buyers might start to kick in the game soon. So, but again, price action will do all that for us, bro. So based on that, you can see the idea for Bitcoin is that we need to go and take out this high here. And my target is still at 130K on Bitcoin. If I use this fib level from point A to point B, and you can see here the target is at 129K. So technically 130. So the only reason I'm using 130 is because of psychological numbers. We're going from 110 to 120, from 120 to 130, from 130 to 140, from 140 to 150, and so on. But seeing Bitcoin react, well, as you can see here, another was the tariff when Trump was trading. Tariff. What's one thing you wish when you started trading, bro? To say, man, there's a lot of things. It's not even just one thing. There's a lot of things that you wish you knew when you start trading. But what I'll say though, we try to like basic of the market, because after a few years, you all come down to one thing, bro. You just realize, okay, all these things that highs, higher lows, they're actually the thing that will take your trading to the next level. You know what I mean? So forgot about making the money in the same day, which is one thing that was killing me. Early get rich quick mindset, and it's never gonna work like that. So those things there, but just try to learn the market, man. Just literally just try to learn the market. And one thing that kept me pushing, I was just locked in, bro. Like I was literally just learning. But yeah, man, bro. There is a lot of things that you wish you knew. Um, just just do your best. That's all. Best. Don't expect nothing but but yeah, Bitcoin is looking really good. Coming from this day, it's now time for me to look for more trade. And obviously, I can't take any trade until this candle closes in 31 minutes. So I'm gonna wait for that and then look for entry. And bro, let's see, because Bitcoin is bearish on this far again. Like state here, I was just paying attention to this candle. I have a huge note on there about Bitcoin. This candle closes like this, so on, so on. After time, I was waiting to see price trade back about this bearish candle, and you can see we're trading back above here. On Bitcoin for buys, obviously. But yeah, we have to wait for the daily candle to close, bro. Other than that, I feel like that's just the charts, bro. There's nothing much for me to do on here except to pay attention to gold and look for more trades and go from there, bro. But yeah, bro. The reason I ask is cause man's trying to top on this. Nah, bro. Honestly, like it's always good to ask that question, anyways. Cause I feel like for me, it's like there was a lot of question in my head when I started trading, but there's no one to ask, cause I don't know no one that trades, so it was tough. But bro, honestly, you just gotta put your mind into it. Understand you're learning a crazy skill, bro. Like it might take you a few years or months, whatever that might be, but I feel like everything will just start to make sense at some point, and then all the emotions that you were going through the past few years, you all just going to like click at some point. That is going to be your main focus. So your trading will be coming from trying to make thousands for days or 10,000 for a day is to be like, okay, how can I approach the market based on this and that? So, I feel like it's always good to actually, put yourself there. Just learn, man. Like, be a learner in the game, and that will push you a lot. But you can always go subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, and you'll see a lot of videos about the trading. And I'm trying to put a lot of videos there as well. So you see my mindset behind it. It might be helpful to you, so you can implement that in your journey. But other than that, I feel like trading is a point right now where everything is just making sense. Again, you learn from a lot of people, but you get to a point where it's just your experience that build up in the market. You start to understand the market in your own way, so you get to like translate the information on your own languages and say. So I feel like it's good, man. The rest is just learning, bro. Like just learning, I mean. So yeah. Yeah, guys. If you wanna see more videos, please go subscribe to my YouTube videos. The link is in my bio. I'm probably just gonna end the live here. It's 12:30. But yeah, I'll be posting this video on the YouTube channel, the trade idea. That's almost 1 hour long. But we've gone through all the chart that I'll be looking, and the actually trade that I'm taking are going to be this. So on Friday, I'll do a trade recap, and then we'll be seeing what trade we took and what trade we. For me, I'm so good for the week. If this week I'm okay, I'm like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, with that being said, we're just gonna leave it there, man. And hopefully you guys can go and subscribe to the YouTube so we can continue from there. With that being said, have a nice day, guys, bro. That was a nice session for me. And the chart. And the chart. That was 84 views. YouTube fucking life's actually crazy, bro. So Okurina like G, bro. Lord. That was 80. Oh, fucking people there. Martin, bro. This guy was so active on there. But yeah, try. I'm gonna go. I see you guys, man. Go watch these videos and try to capitalize on these things, man. Because why not? We're about to cook gold here, bro.